let's jump into a Sentient run. Again, we'll go random alternate clan. We're just trying to do faster play. Because I want to do this whole, I want to do all 10 champions, and I want to do it in under 5 hours. And that means 30 minutes per run. Yeah, -2 per unit. It's going to be great with Seraph the Diligent. Cultivate's really tough when you have Seraph the Diligent, but so is Explosive. But I think it's much easier to stack a lot of explosive damage, I think. Units should be totally fine, or we want draft units. Ideally we want probably some incanters. We don't play on the bottom floor. Play all of our units. We will play this. It doesn't do anything, but we'll play it. Okay. We play that for the draw and the incant. Let's give you the stats. You're going to be our damage dealer here. And I think we just blast this floor for as much damage as we can do. Foregone power here. We're just trying to lower the amount of damage that's going to hit our top floor. We can stack a tiny bit of regen. It's not a lot. You're going to go on the bottom. You might actually do something. We'll see. This is where things get sketchy. Hopefully we get... Okay. Still Steel Enhancer. 1 Restore, because we want to be able to stack a couple restores. We're going to keep the Ice Tornado, which is pretty good. Ideally we get now... Yeah, and Graft is really what we were looking for here. It gives us a free play. And Ice Tornado is good, but I think we have to go double restores here. We will probably play Ice Tornado if we don't get other restores. So we got 2 restores. That's going to kill 1, 2. That's already enough to kill. And then we just get rid of the Weight of Contrition. Wow, okay. No damage. Really, really solid. I mean, Sting is a really good Seraph the Diligent get rid of card. It's also pretty good for the draw. I think we can... can we afford the Sting? You really do want a lot of draw. I think it's fine, because then we can use it as a way to get rid of cards. Offering Token. It's also a pretty good Devour target. And I'm assuming we're going to incant. With the Siren of the Sea, that makes incanting very viable. You have to do the math. So my kind of threshold is 25 coins per pyre health. Or sorry, 25 coins per 5 pyre health. So about one pyre health for 5 coins. So if you're going to take 25 damage, you need to get at least, if you're going to get 150 coins, you really need to be taking no more than 25 pyre damage. And that you have to try to guess. It's kind of hard, but you start to get a feel after you've done a lot of challenges over and over again. You start to get a feel for like how much pyre damage do I think I'm going to take, and maybe I'll talk through that a little bit when we get into some of these, and I'll give you my estimate of how much damage I'm going to take and why I'm thinking that way, and maybe that helps out a little bit. I really would like another Stygian banner, and I wouldn't mind making my restores free and my engraft free. We want to... Not really any of them, but we will take a Titan Sentry. They are free. I don't mind taking draft units that are free. We want to -1. We want to get as many free restores as possible. +10. Don't really love +10 on anything. And I don't really want the permafrost here. We're going to save our money. Go to the next one. We should get enough damage here. So let's look at this one. So units are going to have +10 armor. This means the backliner is going to be pretty difficult to kill. We'll probably kill the frontliner. Backliner is going to do 1 damage, plus put the garbage on our deck. The garbage doesn't hurt us, so it's like whatever. The boss should be a no-brainer. We're going to have tons of incant stacks because we're going to be playing lots of restores. So damage is not going to be a problem. And then it's just really depending on how many restores we draw. on the floor. But I would say we're going to take a maximum of like 5 damage here because this guy is really low damage. So if he even gets to if both of them get to the pyre, let's say you have a disciple and a reconciler, and it's very likely that he's to 1 hit. That's 3 damage to our pyre because they both die in 1 hit. So let's say that happens twice, 6 damage. That's a pretty good way to estimate. Is 6 damage worth getting a unit draft? I think yes, especially since we really need a totem. That's what we want. More than anything else, we want a totem to go on that floor. So we put both these guys up top. We start the incanting. Now it's a question of, do we think it's worth getting the foregone power out? The foregone power will do 15 damage versus 20 damage here. We only need to get probably two rejuvenate triggers on the Forge Disciple to kill it. I think it's going to be better up here. So we'll do it like that. We are not going to get the Collector here, unfortunately. Titan Sentry basically kills the backliner and does a lot of damage to everything. I think here I'm actually okay with this because I really want this Disciple Protector to die. And it's very likely to die with the extra 10 damage up here, plus or minus. I mean, it's not guaranteed. Okay, so we do get a double restore trigger here, which means that this guy's dying. We can Offering Token. And now it's a question of, do we want to get rid of the Sinner's Burdens or play the Foregone Power? I think I'd like to get rid of the Sinner's Burdens. And this means we have Ice Tornado for next turn. Ice Tornado will clear off this floor. We want Ice Tornado plus, ideally, the free... Yeah, this is like the perfect turn. We play this first. And then we play this. We took 1 pyre damage. So, I mean, we were totally fine here. This is going to stack a lot of Frostbite onto this Knight, which is really good. We could save damage here, but it's like 1 damage. Might as well do some damage to the boss. Seems good. We just keep stacking up as much as we can. Continue to incant. I think I'm okay stacking extra Frostbite here. But yeah, he's dead. He's dead in 2 hits, so... Very, very, very easy second floor. Skip. Don't want any of this. And Guardian Stone. Guardian Stone is great. So now it's a little bit tough. What do we want to put with the Titan Sentry? Maybe we don't put anything with the Titan Sentry. Or we do the Titan Sentry. I don't know. Sweep is okay. Actually, the sweep is really good because we want to make sure that the Diligent spammers die. Absolutely, it's going to be unit upgrades here. We need to get extra damage onto our Siren, which means multi-strike. We really want quick on the sweep. And I think we just go all in on... extra health and damage on this Titan Sentry. That seems really strong. And then... Yeah, I'm not... Ooh, but Rail Spikes. We'll take Rail Spikes. Rail Spikes is a really good Seraph the Diligent consume target. And it's really good for getting rid of the backliners that put garbage in your deck. We're not going to upgrade them at all. We're just going to keep them vanilla. So this is where the quick sweep is really great. I even really like dumping 40 damage onto Talos right now. And even getting some Frostbite. Seems quite good. Get our buddy up here, do another restore, incant. We just want to get rid of Train Steward, so I'm going to actually tank with one of them to kill it. The sweep, or the quick sweep is kind of anti-Titan Sentry, but I think it's okay. It's mostly to kill backliners anyway, which is what the Titan Sentry does anyway, so it's like, whatever. We cannot kill anything unless we kill our own unit. That's fine, we'll do that. I want to just get it quickly and then be done with it. And we're going to incant up here. We need just one restore to kill the top laner. That was good. And just play that out. Very solid. They're never going to get hasted because of the quick. We can now play the Guardian Stone for free. We want to heal here, and then we hold on to this Ice Tornado. I love that they added Permafrost to this. This is such a huge and pleasant buff to get. Play you out. Can we kill anything with this? We can kill you, which is pretty good. You're going to die anyway. We can actually kill Talos now, so we do it. Cool. That Titan Sentry is a beast. Hoarfrost Effigy is kind of interesting, but I think I'd rather just get Spreading Spores. Spreading Spores is another Seraph the Diligent counter. I mean, we have a lot of Seraph the Diligent counters now. We're absolutely going to go all in on draw. I think we have the unit setup we want. We don't really need any other units. We just need draw and removal duplicates, or... There's nothing I really want to duplicate right now, though. Maybe the free restore. The Horde could be pretty good, but I think we're going to go removal. We'll duplicate the free restore, because we do want more restores. That's more triggers, more likely to draw them. We'll remove Trained Stewards here. We're probably going to get rid of all the foregone powers as well. They're not amazing here. And with Sentient, you go all in. Like, you go all in. You pick a path and you go all three on the path. There's no splitting here. +6 damage. I don't think any of them are going to survive. It really depends on how quickly we get Titan Sentry and how quickly we get the Husk Hermit. We have to get one of them to kill the haste units. But I think we only need 2 burst plus some damage from our Incanter. Okay, well, this is kind of sketch. Luckily, we start with an Ice Tornado, and we're hoping it hits the backliner. Okay, I mean, that was quite intense, but now we're totally fine. We could save ourselves some damage if we want. I don't know if that was really what we wanted to do here. We save ourselves some damage. I think that's probably worth it, and then we just get extra Frostbite onto the Clip Guardian. We only need 1 incant here. So actually, that didn't even save any damage because he's killing them before they can attack. Get out here. Are we doing enough damage to you? Not yet. Let's just hit you for 20. Let's get a second Train Steward out there. Hit you for 20. And then Foregone Power up here. Get some more damage. Still don't have our armor, dude. We also need a lot more restores. Let's do this. This. Kills him. Now we're starting to get some incants. And then we can... I think we just do it here. I think we're good. We should get enough. Yeah, oh my gosh, we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. We really would like to kill one of these with the rail spikes. How many rail spikes do we have now? Oh, we have 4. We're good. We don't need to kill anything else with rail spikes. And we just incant. Cool stuff. We restore. Steel Enhancer. Barely got enough damage there. Let's get rid of the Foregone Power. Restore again. Rail spikes, rail spikes. So we don't get tons of Frostbite, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be just fine. We could get more. That's probably worth getting 6 more Permafrost, and we're good. We can just kind of solidify this here. It'd be cool if we could keep our... We actually kept the Sentient alive. And that's a clean run all the way through Ring 4. Invigorating Solution is really good. Anything that's straw is good. We don't really need any extra coins. I don't think we want the Crystalline. And now we have improved rail spikes that consume. So that's always good. And we can just play them willy-nilly. We use them as incanters. What do we want for... We still want multi-strike on Siren of the Sea. And we still want some extra damage on the Husk Hermit. So I think we go... Let me just check out. We're going to get units there. And then spells, and then spells. Since we're going to get units here, I kind of like taking the removal. Getting rid of 2 Terrain Stewards. And lowering the cost of the restores. The more free resource, or Spreading Spores actually, would also be good. I think we take it. Double stack Spreading Spores is just super good. We make more restores free. We can put extra damage onto the spikes, but I don't think that really makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm totally fine with calcified numbers. They're really, really good for draw and for Ember. I don't think we want the abandoned staff. And this build is really starting to come together. Spell Shield. Spell Shield's fine because it doesn't block the Rejuvenation trigger. And we don't do, other than the rail spikes, excuse me, we don't do any direct damage to units very much. Titan Sentry kills, backliner, get you guys up front. We should have played you on the middle floor. But it's fine. And it's like, whatever, blast them. And then hit you. Okay. Put our sweep out. This is the diciest part. And I think we just hit you for 40. And then we just hope that we get Spreading Spores. Yeah, that helps a lot. And we can almost kill this guy. I think we just use it as an incant opportunity. This is really strong. 1, 2, 3, draw, and foregone power here. Okay, we cannot fit the Guardian Stone there, so we'll put it down here. 1, 2, hit ya, do this, and then just double foregone powers, and wow, yeah. We are not having problems with damage here. Spreading Spores. Restore, foregone power. So the nice thing about Spreading Spores is that it's gonna like consume itself. But I really like the idea of having holdover on the engraft and making it 0 cost. So the next spell upgrades we can do, we will do that. Hit you with one of these and hit you with this. Cool. Very, very solid. Very, very solid. We want to be able to play 2... Ooh. Awoken Rail Spike. Wow. Could be huge, could be garbage. It's like a complete crapshoot. I think we're not going to take it. Unnamed Tome is kind of interesting, but I think we're actually fine killing off the units, and I don't want Siren Song. So now we go left path here. We're going to take the Pyre Health. Hopefully we get some solid upgrades. We need damage. There's the damage for the sweep. Now it can kill basically all backliners. Extra health on the Guardian Stone makes a lot of sense. We don't need Endless. We need Multi-Strike. Heck yeah. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. Give you some more damage and whatever. And then, interesting. We could get... This is actually interesting. We could do this. Put it on an Ice Tornado to just use when we need it. Because Ice Tornadoes are not going to be our saving grace here, but having a 0-cost Ice Tornado that does 120 damage is pretty good for like a tight spot. If we ever get in a tight spot, we just use it. Right? Play you guys out. We do wish that we were hitting some of them. We can kill one of them with a Rail Spikes, but I guess the spikes will kill everything. So maybe that was even a bad play there to play that like that. We are going to play... Let's play you guys on the second floor then. We don't need to play on the first floor here. Do this, and we're going to wait. We do not need to play this right now. There we go. There's our buddy. Do that, do that, do that. I think just hit this guy for a lot of damage. Something like that. Play this. That. Foregone power. Removing consume from one of the excavated embers could also be really, really strong for us. Put this up here. Although we do want to incant. Maybe we should incant anyway. It does give us some extra armor, and it does give them damage. Yeah, we should be doing that. Ooh, okay, this is one of the turns when we can't play both, but it's fine. We can do double restores, 2 foregone powers. We are just really stacking up a lot of damage now. How much we have 11 restore? I mean, it's not a ton, but it is getting there. Poor Titan Sentry, he's not going to make it. And then we just play foregone power. Okay. Should be very convincing victory here against Fel. Hey, Prodigy Oik. Ayuk. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And that's all she wrote, folks. Alright. Unleash the Wildwood. It's not great. And Sothoga. Thank you also for the follow. I think we skip. I don't think we need Deep Offering. It's a little bit too expensive. We're going to take more draw. And... Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube videos. I mentioned this earlier, but the plan is to do a few more guides in the future. Yeah, I do my best to pronounce things. It helps that I'm living in a foreign country. Alright, what are we doing here? We're going to do... I think we'll do more spell upgrades. And... what do we want to do here? We want to remove Consume from an Excavated Ember. Make it -1. Reroll. Another -1, and I think it's on Engraft this time, so it's actually gaining us Ember. Well, I'm glad that it's been helping you. As I said, I'm planning to do more stuff. What I want to do is less just like deck building. I've done a lot of deck building stuff, and I want to go more into like tactics, how to do the tactical part of the combat, because I think it's very interesting, and I think a lot of people play the tactical part incorrectly when they start, not realizing how to place units and kind of how the fights are supposed to go. So I might go into more of that, as well as some things people just don't know about the game. Like there's parts of the game that you just don't know, and the game doesn't tell you. I can tell you one right now. Like one of the biggest ones is priority units. The whole idea with priority units is not explained at all. So if you're not aware, units that you get from unit drafts, like the banners, or from the Daedalus / Talos, and yeah, that's basically it. And this fight, the unit drafts from Ring 3 and the banners are priority units. And because they're priority units, you are guaranteed to draw 1 every turn until you've drawn them all. You might draw more than 1, but you are guaranteed to draw at least 1. there's no indicator here. There's nothing that tells you this is a priority unit. There's nothing that tells you it's going to automatically be drawn, but it just is. It exists as a mechanic. And these kinds of like hidden mechanics I want to go into more depth, because I think a lot of people just aren't aware that these kinds of things exist. But anyway, we're going to play this out. I think we're going to go... We'll go here. We're going to stack, regen. Ideally, I should have played Excavated Ember first, but I really should have played it first, but it's fine. Ember Drain's going to be kind of annoying, but it's not going to be a run killer here. We're going to be just fine. Excavated Ember here means that we can play... We're probably just going to play Ice Tornado Light, but man, this would be really good to just avoid Ember Drain. How important is it that we don't get Ember Drained here? And how important is it that we have this Ice Tornado? I think the Ice Tornado doesn't do anything for us during Seraph the Diligent. So I think we just save ourselves some Ember Drain, get it out of the deck, and be happy. It served its purpose, and we don't have to worry about it ever again. Okay, this is going to be a saved by restore situation. We will play the Rail Spikes. I think we may need to actually play it here in order to get this guy to die. 2 Ember Drains, going to get certainly more annoying, but we also draw our Excavated Ember, which is really solid. Spreading Spores, really good. This is going to do enough to kill the front unit. This is going to be enough to kill the back unit. And now we're looking really solid. We just play both Foregone, or both Rail Spikes, Foregone Power. We are going to have 3 Ember Drain. But then you draw Excavated Ember and Engraft. And suddenly you have 3 Embers. So we have ways around it. I think we just keep incanting here. 1 Ember Drain. Very easy to get around with an Engraft. Kill the front unit there. We can play Ice Tornado, which kills the backliner. Oh my gosh. Very, very solid. It's not the turn that you want Spreading Spores to show up, but it is a turn where it showed up, so we'll take it. Okay. And this should be a no-brainer here. Yeah, we're in very good shape. Normally you don't want to smack this guy, but it's like, who cares at this point? And dunked. He's gone. Preserve Thorns. All right. Preserve Thorns is fantastic. We have too many cards. We have basically every card you could ever get to counter Seraph the Diligent in our deck right now. All of them. We got all of them. We're going to remove Foregone Powers because they are complete trash in this deck. We will think about what we're going to duplicate in a minute. As I mentioned earlier, I really like Holdover on Engraft. It's going to make a huge difference with our Ember. Being able to play out some of the more expensive stuff. Upgraded spell slot. This could mean a 1-cost Spreading Spores, which is not nothing. That's actually really big. I think we take it. I think we take it just for the 1-cost Spreading Spores. Because a 1-cost Spreading Spores is so huge. Get so much value out of that. And then I think we spend the rest of our money yeeting out Foregone Powers. That's a 1-cost, double-stacked Foregone Power. You don't see those every day. And I love this Spreading Spores so much I'm going to get 2 of them. That's going to be our regen. We're going to have a lot of spells we're going to draw each turn. Sweep. This is exactly why we got this guy. We got it specifically for these resolves, these purifiers. So basically everything's coming together like we were planning. I will play the Invigorating Salute. It doesn't really matter which one you play first. I will play this because I do want the draw. And we just do as much damage as we can to the Gilded Wing. He shouldn't die because we should be able to get the Titan Sentry before And then Titan Sentry should survive also just fine. You start off with your draw, because then you might get the Guardian Stone. So really glad we did that. Play this out. Now, did we get rid of the one that was... No, we did not. Okay, we didn't get rid of the good stone. We need to keep the good stone. Pretty important. We're going to go triple incant. I think we're fine on damage here. And then we just hit you with a 20 damage rail spike. Yeah, that quick sweep is going to be huge for making sure we don't get any garbage in the deck. We're going to start with the Excavated Ember that has Consume. And then you draw. You draw again. I think here a Rail Spikes can be saved for later. We're going to use all of our regen, which should kill the front unit and the back unit and do damage to Seraph, which is pretty good. We can hit you with an Ice Tornado. And then I really just like hit you with the Rail Spikes. I didn't click it because I clicked my end turn button on accident. Sorry about that. What do we want to get rid of here? I think it's the Sting. No, not what I'm talking about. It's Rail Spikes. Let's get rid of these two first. Dump Rail Spikes. Whatever we draw... Okay, we don't play the Stings over Engraft and other Sting. This saves us nothing. A little bit of damage. No, actually saved us nothing. Completely worthless use of the Sting, but, you know, it is what it is. Here, I think we should be okay getting rid of Spreading Spores. Play the Vengeful Shard, Engraft. Double Spreading Spores is still better, I believe, than the Restores. But it's a little bit tough. Alright, so we're not getting any more garbage units in the deck. At least I don't believe so. And there's no way to keep this guy alive anyway. If we do, it's whatever. Do we even have another Rail Spikes? I think we might have one more. We have one more Rail Spike. So if we do get one, it's going to come next turn and we're going to draw the Rail Spikes. As long as we don't draw it right now. We drew the Rail Spikes. Well, you know, it is what it is. We're going to play the Rail Spikes. I guess we could always just hold on to the Ice Tornado to try to hit it later. That might be worth it. I don't want to get any garbage in the deck. This kills and prevents 10 damage. Not that it matters. I think we just hit Seraph with it. Yeah, okay, so we're hopefully hitting Ice Tornado here. Or do we care? Do we care? Part of me is like, I don't care, right? Because I can play so many Spreading Spores and these guys are making it to the Pyre. Yeah, it's not. We don't even care. We play the Sting. Play the Sting out, and then we Engraft, Restore, Restore, Spreading Spores, Restore, Double Sting. And we just don't care. We get one garbage, and it's like, whatever, man. We're getting so much draw. That is a lot of garbage all at once, I will admit. Then we play Engraft, which is now killing everything. And now I think we can afford to keep a Vengeful Shard so that we can play even more. I mean, we have 47 regen. 47 regen. We're taking 30 damage. You can do the math. We're completely fine. Engraft. Get rid of these. Play out our Restores. And yeah. That is Seraph. Very, very solid build. This is why the Sentient is one of the stronger champions. It certainly is the champion that synergizes the best with its own starter card. You might say like Wildington, but I still think maybe Little Fade Firelight maybe has better synergy with its own, but